Listen. About to throw up. I think so. I think so. I think their baby about to throw up. Ooh. Mommy don't play. Okay. I think you're alright. I know. I'm just trying to get you. It don't make it better that you on this sticky stuff, huh? I know, I'm trying. Ain't no such thing as comfort, baby. You got the hiccup? The hiccup got you? I don't know. I just don't want you to Joe out. You tired of me. Said, Mama, I was watching my movie. I didn't know what was going on with you, stinker butt. One minute you was here, the next minute you was... Listen. Oh. Just that quick, huh? Just that quick. On my way to Walmart today to buy baby some toys. Because they talk about baby coming home. I'm like, all that he missing, honestly, is sheets for his bed and toys. And honestly, I'm not going to get him a whole bunch of toys. Like, he's going to play with a toy. He's going to learn that toy. He's going to explore that toy. He's going to enjoy that toy. He's going to get over that toy. And then he gets another toy. One thing I don't want is I don't want to put him in a position where he's spoiled, where he don't enjoy, the simple things, when he don't enjoy what's in front of him. I don't want him to know anything. I don't want him to know too much about options. man. How you
I
doing?
love the hair.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
like the green.
Thank you.
Green, why? Tell me the story behind the green.
Honestly, I got a lot of hair in my house.
Yeah.
I'm a hairstylist, cosmetologist.
Yeah.
So I just picked this hair out, and this was the color. I just was picking something out.
Do you do this to yourself or
Yeah,
someone
I do
else?
this to myself.
You do?
Yeah.
Amazing. How
Yeah.
long does it take?
It took me 24 hours to do this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. It was a whole day affair.
Yeah, because I, this is my own head, so it took me some time
I
to
was gonna say
like.
hard to place it, right?
I'm
like
telling you. I'm
well, you
telling
did
you.
it.
Thank
You're looking
you.
at your. What are you looking at? Your ocean? You looking at your aquarium?
Yeah, this is like SpongeBob in real time.
Yeah. Tell me how you feel like he's doing after the operation.
I feel like he's doing well.
Good.
I do. I feel like he's doing well. Throwing up is, it's always scary because you never know where it's going to go and how big it's going to be. But I could say that his recovery, definitely different than what I thought. Even though I didn't really.
What did you think? Yeah,
I just thought that it would be like him being in pain, him be sleepy all the time, like in and out. But nothing like that. Like I thought it would be like a lot of in and out people coming in, checking.
I thought it would be like busier.
Busy. I thought a lot, but nothing what I suspected for a little baby to go through surgery and have this and that done.
All
like
three
that's
things, right?
Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right?
Boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
you would have thought that he wouldn't. They didn't. Like, the lady didn't even tell. She was like, he don't even like. He's not requiring a lot of extra medication.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
he was pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
he was pretty comfy. Good. Well, we're starting to reach the phase of his NICU course where we're starting to think about what does home look like and what does taking him home look like. Are you starting to think of those things too?
Yes. When the lady told me yesterday, I thought that she said, "You be taking him home tomorrow." I'm like,
no.
Whoa, that is crazy. So I'm packing all my stuff is like in a cup. Cause like I said, they didn't. I'm not really sweating my housing about. I'm gonna work with what I got because at the end of the day, I want my son. In the end, I went from sleeping on people's couches to renting my own room to finally having my own apartment. I want my son to grow up in his own home, in his own house. Things like so I want him to have more space than I have. So it's okay that we starting where we starting at. So it's all good. Everything is all good. I'm working with what I got.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend some time today talking through the things you need to learn about him for his care at home. And then first I want to hear, though, what is it that you still need to do at home to prepare for him? Are there things you need at home still for him?
I mean, other than space, man, that's the only thing I could really think of. But I think that's out of your out of your hands.
Yeah.
But that's
because you're in a studio or a one bedroom.
I'm in a studio, and they thought that I was in a one bedroom. So I don't think that they meant to put me because I was in a studio in the last apartment that I was in. So I thought that they put me in a one bedroom apartment, but no, I'm in a studio apartment. So we all on top of each other, but it's all good. I mean. It's gonna be an experience.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn each other nevertheless.
You'll get to know each other real well.
Definitely.
Yes. Tell me what you have at home for him already in terms
he has
of
a crib,
supplies.
He has,
full-size crib
or
like
he has a big crib.
Okay.
He has a 3-in-1 where he got the diaper changing station.
Oh, good.
But I didn't bust that open yet. He just got a crib like this open right now, and then he got a little bassinet that's on the side of him.
Okay.
He got like 3 dresses full of clothes.
Oh goodness.
I don't know if he could actually fit those clothes or not. But I'm just like, at any rate, he's gonna be in diapers and onesies for the most part of his life if he's not just
summer. It's gonna be summer anyway.
Yeah, right? And he's gonna be an in the house baby for a while. I mean, I know it's not healthy. I'm gonna try to find if y'all can tell me like things that I can and can't do with the baby, things like that. But I don't want him too worldly. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. I can't control the crowd. Exactly, it's too much going on. You just hear stuff all the time, like people just on one block just doing something, and it's like, dang, I just was walking down the street. I could be walking down the street with my baby, So it's just certain things, man. I don't want to be a nervous. I don't know, man. I don't want to raise him in the house either. I don't want him to be like the little baby that was raised in a shoe.
I think it's a balance, right? It's a balance of keeping him safe and keeping him away from big crowds until he's fully vaccinated, but also getting out of the house because that's good for both of you, right? And so getting out of the house and putting him in his stroller and going for a walk and maybe being outside rather than like taking him to a big store where there's lots of people everywhere. But you're a single mom, right? And so you're going to have to take him out places. How are you going to do your grocery shopping, right? How are you going to do all those things? So those are things to think about. But having him kind of in a car seat, in a stroller, will help to kind of keep him contained, even if you are around big crowds. So we can talk you through some of the things, like what that balance can look like for you. Okay. Do you have a car seat at home for
I do.
Okay, perfect. Good. So we'll want you, once we're closer to discharge, we'll want you to bring that in.
Okay.
So that we can fit him in it and make sure.
Should I bring it in? I mean, it's already boxed up, so I just bring it in.
You can
and
unbox
if anything...
it. You can leave it here.
Yeah.
You can just tuck it down there on the floor over in the corner.
Okay, so I'll bring it in.
Yeah, so that's good. So the next part of this, we've been really busy trying to just get him through this operation, right?
Right.
And so he's now recovered. Right. He's back to his baseline oxygen. We're actually weaning that a little bit. He's tolerating his feeds. He still has some of the vomiting, but it's not more than before. It seems to be about the same as it was before the surgery, and the surgery was never meant to take away the vomiting. I think vomiting is just part of who he is because things move really slowly through his intestines.
Right.
So this next phase, Latasha, for you is going to be a lot of you learning his care at the bedside. Okay. So we're going to try to set him up with some more consistent nurses. So nurses that can help educate you and train you on all the different care needs he has. I know you do things like diaper changes. You suction out his mouth when he needs that. The care I'm talking about is all of that. Bath time, diapers, suctioning, all that stuff. But also learning about his oxygen, what he's going to go home on, what that's going to look like. Learning about his feeding and how you hook up feedings to his J-tube, because that's going to be something you need to be able to be comfortable doing at home. So that's going to be what happens over the next couple of weeks. Okay. How are you feeling about all of that?
I feel good, man. Only thing I'm thinking is space, but I don't care if I have to put a lot of stuff in storage. I don't care if I have to just put it to where it's just my stuff, and Baby Diva stuff, because Baby Diva's still there, and I can't even.
Is that your dog?
Yes.
Okay.
So and then they are neck and neck, so they are really both babies. I learned that Diva was born on the 21st, and Blessing was born on the 15th of November.
Yeah.
So they are really neck and neck. So this is a learning experience. It's a big deal, but I'm here for it. God said, okay, now it's time for you to be a mom. I accept the challenge. I never thought that I would be worthy, but this is definitely, and I do feel like it's a different spirit outside of myself. If my life was just in my hands, it would be, who knows? I know it would be just all over the place.
You feel like this gives you a different perspective?
Yes. This is not luck. This is definitely a blessing. This is definitely a task. This is definitely a position. You feel me? This is not just some, just thing. This is
motherhood.
This is a big deal. This is something.
This is responsibility for another human, right? Who's going to learn so many things from you. Yeah.
Yes.
So, tell me right now, what is your typical schedule? I know you come in every day. How long are you usually here for, and do you have flexibility?
I don't know exactly how long I'll be here, because sometimes I could be here I see myself here for like 3 hours at some time. So, I never really, sometimes I don't even look at the clock, because I don't always want to base that off of, okay, I've been here for 3
Gotta go.
I don't always I don't always look at the time, but I do notice that I hang out. Yeah. We hang out. I always try to make sure that when I hang out with him, whatever I came into, I try to make sure that he's not. You know what I mean? Like if I came in and he was sleepy, if I came in and he was wide awake, then when I leave out, I try to make sure that when I leave him, he's at least asleep and put away, or at least at least on the verge of being asleep. I'm on the verge of sleeping.
Kind of in that next transition.
Yeah, it's just comfortable at any rate. You know what I mean? I always try to, be there and at least try to leave my mark on them. At least say I did my part. At least say that I was helpful to the nurses that's taking care of this baby, because this is their baby. When I'm this is their baby. I'm just temporary mom right now. This is
that's all going to start changing though, right?
I know this is about to start changing.
You knocked those out, my friend. So I would recommend. And are you working right now, or in between jobs right now? You're not working. Okay.
I'm not working right now. I don't really see work being my thing right now. I plan on living off the land. I got money that I have put up because of I was working, and I was they pay for my paid leave. I got a paid care leave.
Yep.
I got some benefits from the Paid Care Leave Act, so I'm gonna live off of that.
Okay.
You know, I don't really plan on getting blessings dad with child support, because like I said, I really plan on being a single mom, man. It's hard. You know, I'll let him come to me. My address is still the same. My number might not still be the same, but my address is still the same. So I'm not going to flirt with nothing. Like, I don't. If you got a child in this world, I'm not putting you on child support. I'm not doing it.
Does he know that he's getting ready to go home?
I don't know what he knows.
You don't
because the last time I spoke to him, he treated me like really, really bad. But he knows that he got a son, nevertheless. So like he still should have been that person. I'm not going to be that person. So that's where I'm at. I'm like, this is my kid, and I hope he don't think that he's going to holler at him when he's going off to college, or when he finally creates a family of his own and things like that. That's gonna be blessings. That's gonna be blessings decisions anyway. But nevertheless, this is my kid, man. I asked God for this kid. So I'm gonna be here for my baby no matter what. So whatever we gotta do, whatever it is, it's gonna be. Blessings the star. I'm just the feature right now. I'm just chopped liver. I'm just here to carry the baby along for the ride.
Oh, you're doing more than that.
I know. I'm thankful for that. I know I give myself less credit, but that's because I try to be modest. But I do know that, like I said, this is God blessed me with this kid. Like this, God said, yo, I'm gonna give you something. I've been asking for this for a long time. I'm gonna finally give you something. And this is the something. Who knew? So yeah, I gotta be there for the kid. So yeah, I'm thankful that I'm happy that you all been noticing that I've been doing my part, because I'm like, yo, this is a big deal, man. This not my little brother. This is a baby that I chose to have. It's a big difference from.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Somebody just showing up and just like, oh, we got a new baby. No, this is my new baby. Like, so yeah, I plan on. I don't know, man. I don't really know what it is, but I'm not overwhelmed with. I'm not overrun with nothing. I'm not even, I know that God got me. If I ever need somebody, I know He's gonna send them to me.
Yeah, you're very faith-based. You have been since the beginning. Yeah. You've
thing
sort
I
of
could
trusted
do.
in the plan.
Yeah, trusting the plan. That's it, man. That's the only thing I could do. I don't really know nothing else.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about learning all the care for his feeding and learning the care for monitors?
Man, I've always been a learning girl.
Good.
Always.
Good.
I remember when I was a little girl, like, my mom was like, you ain't going to school today. And I was like, I want to go to school. And I promise you, like, she was like, girl, let's just go. But I remember, like, me, like, really wanting to go to school. Like, me and her having this conversation. Like, she was like, you ain't going to school today. And even though she wasn't like it was just like that. So I have always been a learning girl. I always been into the books. I always been into knowledge and things like that. So this is definitely an experience. There's no telling where this might lead me. Just like with me babysitting my nieces and nephew, who knew that was preparation for me having my own kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is a big deal. So who knows what it's gonna be? I could be caring for a blessing, and then who knows? I might have a neighbor that might need me to like pass on this knowledge, and might need me to help her with a thing or two. So this is great. This is definitely up my alley. I would love to be this person. I accept the challenge.
Okay. So I will say, teaching for all these things, learning his care, learning his feeding, learning his oxygen, all those monitors, it can take a couple weeks, okay? So just to kind of level set, it's not tomorrow.
Okay.
So don't worry, we're not rushing him out the door.
Okay.
And we're only going to move in that direction of getting him out the door with you when you're really comfortable with his care, okay? So there's no pressure on our end to get him out. The goal is spend this next time working with you, making sure you have opportunities to learn his care, to ask questions, to relearn, and then to demonstrate, okay? And so I would encourage you, if you're able to come for longer periods, to kind of be here through an entire
How long do you need me to stay? Because I can stay. I've been staying, but I like I said, it's never scheduled. Like, like I might be here for, who knows? Like, I ain't been to do the 10-minute thing since I've been going back and forth to work, and I haven't been back and forth to work for a long time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I might be in here for 30 minutes. I might be in here for an hour. I might be here
Yeah.
for longer than that. But if you ever need me in here longer than that,
Yeah.
I will kick my shoes off and enjoy it. And, you know,
Perfect.
you just
Good.
let me know.
Good.
So if you just let me know, so that way, you know, I won't even think about, oh, well, maybe I got time to go shopping. You know, that could be something that I could plan for the day before.
Sure.
So just let me know, because I'm always going to be, it's always going to be me. I'm never going to be fully prepared for a baby to come home. So it's always going to be things that I could be like, okay, well, while he's with the aunties, I could be going shopping, or maybe I could hit the beach, and maybe I could, maybe I could, do a little karaoke. You feel me? Like, so
here's what I would recommend. Yeah, I would recommend starting to spend longer periods of time where you're here for kind of hours, so you can kind of see his full care time and what all of that looks like.
When do you want me to start coming in? Like, what time? Like, is it?
What time's his hands-on? 8, 12, 4.
So
yeah.
Should I start coming in at those exact times? Because I usually come in like. I try to get a girl, because I noticed that she kind of had to educate me on that. 8 o'clock is when they doing assessments. They just coming in, they just leaving out and things like that.
Yeah.
So I try to
I would try to be here. So that's when I would try to be here, right? Because
come in at
those times. Yep. So that they can start to show you, these are the things we're doing and these are the things we're looking at, and so that you can be here at those times, so that they can.
Hi girl, what's your name? Julia. I should have known your name, Julia.
Okay. So yeah.
Because I'm like, this is my girl right here. She's just so calm, and she's
fabulous. Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah,
We've talked through a lot of it already. We've talked about oh no, you're good. Hi, I know someone new came in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi, I know you keep flipping your prongs out of your nose, my friend. Yeah, you keep trying to reach for them. So we went through kind of the phase we're in now, which is starting to really work on what he's going to need to go home, and that from a medical standpoint, he's on the type of support that would allow to transition home, and that really the goal is now teaching you, right? And getting you really comfortable.
Okay.
I explained to Latasha that can take up to a couple weeks and sometimes longer, and that there's no rush. We're not rushing him out the door. We're going to wait till you're really comfortable with his care. Our nursing team is sort of working through, Latasha, a whole checklist of different things that we're going to want to support you in, and different things that you're going to learn about his care. So you were asking what times to come in. So I would try to target his hands-on times.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because that's when the nurses are going to be right in here with him. That's when they'll be hanging feeds for him. I know he's on continuous feeds, but the 8 o'clock in the morning is probably when they change that bag, and then again in the evening, so that you can learn what needs to go into that whole process.
Okay.
And so why don't we plan? So I would start. You said, when should you start? Today, tomorrow, whenever your schedule allows. I would start to try to come for those longer periods and time them to start at his hands-on time, so that you're in here when the nurses are in here. And then as you learn his care, eventually thinking about even doing like a 12-hour and then a 24-hour period where you sort of stay in. I know you have the dog at home, so you're gonna have to work out some.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work.
She be all good. I'll make sure that she alright.
Yeah.
She alright. She working time and all that stuff. She good.
Okay. So, and that won't come as a surprise. You'll have time to plan and let us know what days work for you to do those longer shifts. But again, the goal right now is to support you as you learn all the things you're going to have to know to do for Blessing once you're ready to take him home.
All right.
We talked through some of the resources at home. He's got a lovely crib. He's got a bassinet. He's got a changing table. You're going to bring the car seat in, you said, so that we can just take a look at it and make sure it's appropriate for his size.
Yeah, he just got this crib right now. The changing table, all that stuff, like that crib. I don't know if I should maybe put the basic crib up and maybe put that crib up, because that'd be easier.
Is that the one that also includes the changing station? It's like an all-in-one.
Yeah, so put that one up and put the basic one, the one that he just got one just like this, where he just sleeping.
Like a smaller one.
Yeah. But just
I think it depends on the space you have. It sounds like space is tight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I could either have one up or the other, but it's
A changing table will help you in your back.
Okay. So put that.
If you have an option of like the crib with the changing station
and
having all that,
yeah, that makes
sense.
I
think it'll be a little bit less space than trying to deal with both of them.
Okay, that's true.
And a changing table, especially with the dog at home, it's going to be hard to like change him down on the floor. And
that's
so
true.
if you have a changing table that's elevated, I
that's
think that
true.
would probably be
Okay.
best
So I'll work
for
on that.
him.
I'll open that up, and I'll put the other one to the side, and okay, this is a thing.
How you feeling about it?
I feel good. I feel good. It's all about space. It's all about space. So yeah, that's what it's really all about. I'm just going to Yeah, it's just really all about space. So I'll just make sure that
Yeah, you started to talk about maybe putting some of your own stuff into storage.
I've been doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
I only got 3 closets, but yeah, I think that the other alternative is me like just having to put stuff in storage. I think I am gonna have to just do that because
Yeah.
every all space will be just probably necessary. So I probably won't be.
He takes up some room. Not a ton yet, but some room.
Yeah, he got his own closet space. He got his everything is all in his own area, but my area is just like wow. I'm like, but him and the dog is set up perfectly. And me, I'm just like, okay, well, let me see where I can squeeze in at.
Well, you've got some time. So if you are thinking of putting anything into storage, you've
Yeah,
got some
yeah,
time
I work
to
it
be
out.
working
I work
through
it out. I
that now.
downsize. I downsize. I do whatever I can because honestly, we are going to live a very simple life. From by blessing, it's going to be very simple. So anything that I'm not necessarily using, anything that I can't, yeah, it's all right.
What else can we be doing to support you during this next phase?
Oh no, that's really it. You know, just teaching me. That's all I think I asked for.
Okay.
You know, just teaching me. You know, that's all.
Okay. All right. So like I said, the nurses that are going to be working with you will kind of be going through a checklist, and they'll be telling you kind of on any given day what things they want to work on, and then you can tell them also what things you want to work on, and what things you want to be learning. And then we talked about some of those longer stays where you'll sort of be the one in charge, but we're all still here to support you.
Okay.
Okay.
And feeding the whole passy dip. Hold off on that for now, huh?
I'm going to have speech come back and take a look at him. They had come before the surgery, and they'd sort of felt like he wasn't so into that. How did you feel like he did with Passy dips?
Yeah, right. He's really just like really tasting. You guys see him. He just be snacking he just be snacking his tongue, and he really just be like really just be exploring it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to Passy dips at all, as long as it's a happy activity for him.
Right, as long as he's like, if he's throwing up and all that stuff,
but
then
if he's pushing it away, then he's letting us know not ready.
But yeah, I love how he is with the Passy dip.
Yeah.
Like he really.
Hi. Oh, what is? I know. We're disturbing your slumber a little bit, huh?
I'm telling you,
Blessing
got some mess with him.
You saying hi?
Bless. And how do I? Because Blessing he don't really hear. Like when I call him, he don't.
We will do a hearing screen before he goes home.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely something that will happen.
Okay, because I'm like sometimes he pays like sometimes I catch him, but
Yeah.
I don't think Blessing be like.
We don't totally expect him to like turn towards your voice just yet.
Right, because
he
only got so many things to focus on. So like if he focusing with his eyes, he probably not gonna wanna. He like turns different things off and on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's not where me and you like if I could. So it's
he may not if he hears your voice, but he's like looking over here at Julia.
Yeah, because I noticed that a lot of the nurses make this noise. Like, is it the noise thing first? Like, maybe not words. Maybe me calling his name is not a thing. Maybe if I like make that noise, maybe
things that might attract his attention.
I didn't think about that. I always say words, but I didn't think like noise
Little
would
clicks
be.
with your tongue. Sometimes those can capture them. You look like you want to give her maybe a smile. You're thinking
I'm telling
about
you,
it.
like Auntie,
You're
what's
thinking about
that?
it. Yes. All right. Anything else we can do for you right now?
No, that seems to be it. I am ready. I will be a student. I will be a student. Yes, because this is a learning experience, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes, this is cool. This is nice. So, what do you think about his hand and this? He didn't really like acknowledge this new belly button yet, but when he does, like what do you do about stuff like that? Like, how do you keep his hand from like that's probably scary.
So you're going to want to keep him in probably a onesie a lot of the time. That button's down here.
That's true.
Then he can't get to it.
Okay, a onesie.
Looser clothing where he can kind of get under like a shirt or something. He'll be able to grab, but a onesie that buttons will be a really, that'll be a good French for you. That's where a good onesie will come into play.
Okay.
Okay, because you're right. He will explore and he will learn how to pull that out, but good news as part of your teaching is going to be what happens when he does that. Okay, so we're gonna go through lots of different scenarios with you so that you feel comfortable with anything that he might do at home, and we'll go through all those things here first.
I don't want to take up any more of your time with him, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else I can answer for you right
now?
No,
that seems to be it. Okay. You said a lot of great things. So yes, I've just started. I just started since I'll do the 8:12. I'll start as early as tomorrow, so that way I won't
perfect. Good.
just jump in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So that way I like really prepare myself to be like in learning mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Mom mode. You're jumping right in, right?
Jumping right in.
Jumping right in. All right. All right, my
Bye,
friend. We'll see you tomorrow.
Always good to see you, Latasha.
Always. See you later, Mama. Thank you.
If you think of anything else, we'll stop.
I will.
tomorrow.
I will let you
Okay.
know. Thank you. Blessing. Blessing. Baby, don't listen to me. Blessing. 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 I don't know, man. I don't see why he wouldn't have. I don't see why he would have hearing problems. Blessing. I don't get a reaction. No reaction. I don't think Blessing could hear it. I don't. I'm supposed to probably disowning my baby. Who knows? What could he have done to my baby? Blessing. I don't think my baby here. As soon as I said that, he turned around. I don't know if I want you to hear anyway, baby. The last thing you want to do is hear what I got to say. Last thing you want to do, I want you to do is mimic what mommy say. That's okay.